Yeah, the drums they swing low, and the trumpets they go.
What's up, guys? I hope y'all like that new intro. You're gonna see an outro at the end too. We just made it. Boy over here on what's it called?
Splice, I think.
Splice.
I think it's called Splice.
Spending some money on that. Hope y'all like it. Let's go with the final whistle. I'm Mason.
Robert.
As you know, if you watched the first episode, we just finished the first week, the first week of basketball. We're gonna be talking about that. The NFL last weekend that just passed. Some crazy stuff happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ain't gonna lie.
So
Here
it'll be a good week.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big week for college football too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that.
Speaking of college football, one thing that I think we need to tell our viewers is leave something in the comments that y'all want us to talk about at the end of our videos. And I mean, whatever's in the comments, we'll shout out the person who said it, and we'll go in depth about that. Like, we posted an Instagram poll not too long ago, I think it was a couple days ago, and a couple people voted for college football playoff predictions. So we're gonna roll with that at the end of this episode. But hopping into things, we got the NFL Week 7 recap.
Crazy game.
Boy, there were some crazy games this weekend, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, the Titans, man.
Steamrolled the Chiefs.
And the Bengals.
Whew.
The Bengals
They look like
and the Ravens, I thought they were looking like they were going to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And not anymore. The Bengals, Joe Burrow, like you said, the signature win.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was
got
gonna do
it.
that. I didn't pick them. I wasn't confident enough to pick them in my weekly picks.
Well, no.
All three of my differing picks from him last week actually hit.
Yeah, I'm down by 4.
He's down 4 games now, so
Not good.
that was clutch. I was stoked that ended up happening.
Where's it? Oh, we forgot our.
It don't matter.
I
But
remember what we picked.
speaking back on the Titans, man, Derrick Henry is a problem,
Yeah.
dude.
Best running back in the league right now.
I know there was
Far.
a debate in the beginning of the year about whether McCaffrey was better or Henry. It's not even close anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, he's hurt, but
Still, I mean,
Derrick Henry is.
CMC
Looks like
produces.
he runs
but,
the fastest too, evidently.
Yeah, he got up to 21 miles an hour on his touchdown run against.
He's my player. He's
The Bills, I
really
believe,
good.
and
He's unstoppable.
That's the running back you make in Madden. Next thing we got here is Mike Evans, a top 5 receiver in the NFL right now. I mean, Mike Evans had 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons to start his career coming out of Texas A&M, and he has just put up numbers with Tom Brady. I mean, I know he's not the fastest, but he's big, he has hands, and he puts
if he
up
could do this
numbers.
consistently, it's been quiet, but last week they dominated. Philly? No, it was the Bears.
It was the Bears.
The Bears. They dominated them.
Justin Fields.
Looks terrible.
Yeah, he's
He had
looking like he's playing
2
high
picks and a
school.
fumble in the first half.
Well, I mean, you got Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson wide open down the field, and you throw it to Jesper Horsted.
He's playing scared.
Yeah, I mean.
So.
Another game from the weekend, boys, the Giants pulled it out over the Panthers, and they stomped on them.
Benched Sam
Yeah,
Darnold.
Sam Darnold ended up getting benched for P.J. Walker, who was a starter in the American Football League. That's something right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm going to give away one of my picks for this week. Giants play the Chiefs, I think, Monday night. I'm not going to pick the Giants just because I don't think the Chiefs are bad enough to lose to them. But I'm not going to be shocked if the Giants pull that out. I mean, Daniel Jones is the best runner on the team, quarterback on the team, and wide receiver on the team after he made that catch on the sidelines.
Yeah.
I mean, when the Giants are healthy next season,
They'll be fine.
we have 2 first-round picks. We have the Bears pick because they traded up to take Justin Fields last year. So the Bears, I don't
Y'all have the
assume.
Bears pick too?
Yeah.
That'll be a top 10 pick.
That's what I'm hoping. Our pick's gonna be top 10 too. So I mean, looking at the board, Aiden Hutchinson. You can go with a lineman, Tyler Linderbaum out of Iowa. You got a lot of options if you're the Giants.
Yeah.
I think you got to stick with Daniel Jones one more year though. He's playing fine.
Yeah.
Other than the Rams game and
need to
before he
stick
got
with
a concussion to the point where he couldn't walk straight against Dallas. I mean,
I would stick with Daniel Jones
I would too. Saquon,
But he's not the problem.
No, he's not. Our line is the problem. And Joe Judge, when you hire a special teams coordinator to be your head coach,
Yeah.
you can't expect to win games like that.
You want to make our Week 8
I
picks?
do want to make our Week 8 picks. I think this will be this week.
Yeah, it's
we have
not the
we have
greatest.
really similar picks this week. Next week with our episode though, that's going to be insane. By the way, if y'all hear music in the background, our neighbor Mateo is just blasting music. He didn't have a roommate, so he just does whatever he wants. He's cool, but his music's loud. So if y'all hear that, we're not trying to get copyrighted or anything. But first pick, Thursday night football game, Green Bay at Arizona.
See, the thing is, I'm a Packers fan, so I was going to take Packers the whole year. It don't matter who they're playing. If they were 0-16, I would still take the Packers because I'm a Packers fan. But it's against Arizona and Devontae Adams on the COVID list. So
yeah.
I'm probably going to take Arizona. I'll take Arizona.
I'm going to take Arizona.
Them down 4. I can't be doing something dumb.
I'm going to take Arizona in a close one. I think even if the Devontae Adams plays, I still think Arizona. I know Devontae, but I mean, you got Byron Murphy back there. Isaiah Simmons is an incredible linebacker. Front 7, Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt running that show. Arizona right now is like by far the best team in the NFL. Not just because of the record, but because of players, personnel, everything. Coaching, by far they look like the best team. Second game.
Shouldn't be close.
Cincinnati at the Jets. This seems to be a lock. I mean, Cincinnati just throttled Lamar Jackson, who looked like an MVP favorite, but that could be a 50-point game for the Bengals. I don't see how the Jets can do anything.
Jets, they just signed Joe Flacco, or traded for Joe Flacco,
yeah,
too.
I mean,
Joe Flacco's not going to bring anything to the Jets.
No, not a chance. Not a chance in the world. Tennessee at Indianapolis. This will be a pretty close game. Tennessee tends to play down to their opponent's skill level. Carson Wentz is starting to look very good.
I can see the Colts winning, but after the Titans' performance last week, I'm not going to pick the Titans.
Tennessee genuinely could run a table because they're finally looking like they could put things together. And I don't know of any team in the NFL that will stop Derrick Henry from getting yards.
If they just don't play down the teams that you should blow out, they'll be fine. They'll might finish with a 1 or 2 seed. It's looking like it. So
I think so. Next game, probably worse than the Bengals Jets. It's Rams at Texans. Another 50-point game. Matthew Stafford will probably throw for 18 touchdowns. Texans look bad. I think Deshaun Watson's going to be off that team by November 2nd, which is the trade deadline. So
Miami.
I'm not going to lie. Shout out to Payton Willard right here. He's got a podcast too. You should check him out.
It's called Tough Talks Podcast. He hasn't posted anything, but he's trying to start it, so go give him a follow.
Just shouting out Payton here. I know he's a big Panthers fan. There are rumors circulating that Darnold and a couple of picks can be thrown in for Deshaun.
Really?
Yeah.
That's big.
That would be big for them.
If Deshaun actually plays again on the Panthers, that's actually kind of dirty.
It would be very good, especially him and Tom Brady in that division. That would be nice. This game's tough because we don't know the status of the players for the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
But it's Steelers at Browns. For now, I'm going to take the Steelers because I don't know the Browns' health, and I think the Steelers are a better team than the Broncos were last week. And, of course, Big Ben is terrible now, it seems. But, I mean, Dearness Johnson ran the ball well for Cleveland behind that big O-line that they have. Baker Mayfield, I don't trust Baker Mayfield anymore because, I mean, he's got all the talent in the world around him. There are no excuses, and the Browns are 4-3. I mean, they would have won week 1 if Baker didn't make a bad choice and the punter didn't drop the ball. I think they beat Minnesota earlier in the year. I'm not entirely sure about that. It's just the Browns probably shouldn't have a loss, and they have 3.
Yeah, I'd say the Steelers. Steelers' defense is good, and especially with Case Keenum. If he plays, he's not going to be able to do anything because he struggled against Denver, and the Steelers have T.J. Watt. So
here is one of our different picks for the week. It might be the only one we have different. It's Philly at Detroit. I'm going to take Detroit. Detroit plays teams very well. I mean, they played a tight game with the Rams. Earlier in the season, they played a tight game with Green Bay. And Philly looks terrible. My Raiders pick against them hit last week. And I honestly think the Lions' bad luck's going to end here. That team is way better than a team that should not have a win at this point. I mean, Jared Goff's not great, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, defensively, they're playing okay. Penei Sewell's playing amazing up front. He did pretty well against Aaron Donald a couple of times last game, which is something to say. I liked Jalen Hurts when he first came out because he was good in college. But then again, I have to realize he's playing against teenagers in college. In the NFL, you're playing against seasoned veterans.
The reason I'll take a Philly is because Detroit, don't win. It don't matter. Detroit's got a better team, I think.
Yeah.
But Detroit doesn't win, so I'm not gonna pick against pick with the 0-7 team. That's just, and it gives me a way if I hit this, I'll only be 3 games under. So
yeah, that's fair.
So I gotta take. Hopefully, Jalen Hurts can play like he knows how to play football, and I don't know, their defense can do something. But I can see Detroit winning. But I'm gonna go with Philly.
Next game, 1:00 game, 49ers at Bears. I'm taking the 49ers. Played the Colts well in terrible weather. Played Seattle well earlier this year. Played Arizona tight earlier this year. Chicago doesn't seem to do very well against good defenses, mainly because Justin Fields is struggling. And it might be a close game. I don't think it'll be close. I think it'll be like a 2-possession game for the 49ers, maybe 10-point win.
The 49ers are kind of under succeeding this year, but Jalen Hurts, the way he looks against the way he looked last week, I can't pick with the Bears, especially.
No.
With the 49ers, they're not a bad team. They're just not putting it together.
San Francisco needs to start Trey Lance, send Jimmy to Pittsburgh.
Honestly, I've been on that 49ers top seed in their division, so I can't remember what I had them at. Like maybe the 2 seed in the division.
I remember. I think I had them up there too. I had Arizona missing the playoffs. I had them as the 8 seed, one team out. I think we both did, and that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Next game, Panthers at Falcons. Taking the Falcons. Panthers defense is better than the Dolphins defense, but the Kyle Pitts is starting to come on,
and no Christian McCaffrey either.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts is starting to look like what everybody assumed he would look like coming out of the draft, and that's a scary thing when you have a tight end that can run a 4.4 and a 6.6 and can jump over people. I mean that's a problem.
He's good.
Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, if they could just take like a quarterback in the draft this year who could play immediately, that's not too developmental. I think Malik Willis is a developmental prospect out of Liberty, but I think Matt Corral, you could probably plug and play him because he's similar to Matt Ryan in some ways.
If you get like the top 5 quarterbacks, they'll be fine in Atlanta.
I think there's only a couple of quarterbacks that Atlanta. I think Malik Willis would be a good fit if you're trying to, stretch things out a little bit, give him time to develop.
I feel like a pocket passer would be the best.
I think Carson Strong could fit there.
Yeah.
But also, pocket passer in Atlanta, they have all those vertical threats that opens up the field for a run. Like, not just with the run back, it opens up the field for a QB draw, design QB power. I mean, really anything you want. And Matt Ryan can't run that. Matt Corral could run that, but Malik Willis would be the one that would really take advantage of that situation. But that's for a later, way later when the draft starts to come around. But we're both going to take Atlanta there. Next we have Dolphins at Bills. Bills by 80.
The Dolphins look terrible.
Yeah, Tua's not it. Tua might not be the problem there, but he's not the
answer.
answer.
He don't help at all.
He might not be the biggest issue, but he's definitely not the answer. Next game, I wanted to pick the Patriots so badly in this game, and I might later in the week. I might change my pick. I'm not sure. But as of this moment, I'm taking the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are a bad enough team to get beat 2 weeks in a row this season.
You're coming off a bye, too.
Coming off a bye after a big loss to the Ravens. I'm going to take the Chargers. I think Herbert might have a big day. But I also think Mac Jones is going to have a big day, too. So
it's in L.A., too.
Yeah.
That's a long flight.
It's a long trip for the Patriots.
Even though they scored 50, it's get the Jets, but 50 is a lot for any NFL team.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's still the Jets.
It's tough.
Terrible.
Yeah. Next game, another game that honestly could go either way. Jacksonville at Seattle. Trevor Lawrence is starting to figure it out. He's starting to make better throws, better reads, not forcing as many passes. He's looking like the Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, which is what everyone was hoping he would be. But Seattle,
Jaguars, they'll be good once they get Travis back.
I think they'll be fine with Travis. I don't think
Travis
isn't going to fix their problem. Their defense is bad.
Yeah, they'll be better 1-5 though with Travis.
Yeah, but the thing is, their defense
is god awful.
Is their defense good enough to stop Geno Smith, who lost the game for the Seahawks by taking 2 sacks on 4th and 2nd?
He's not playing bad, Geno Smith.
He's not playing bad. He's making bad choices.
He's had he's kept him in the game. The past 3 games, he's had the ball in the final possession.
Yeah, but he hasn't capitalized.
Exactly, but I think the Seahawks defense will clamp the Jaguars. That's why I'm saying the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Seahawks as well, but don't be surprised if the Jaguars
end up pulling that out. You do have DK. Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw what he did though. That 84-yard touchdown.
He might be the fastest player in the NFL, other than Tyreek Hill. He ain't really done much this year, Tyreek Hill. Looking back on that.
Mahomes is trying to do too much.
I saw this today. Jordan Palmer, former NFL quarterback, said this about Mahomes. He's playing like how he had to play at Texas Tech. The defense has given up a lot of points. So Mahomes is just having to
force it.
Yeah, he's having to run around.
It's like the Super Bowl.
Make big throws.
Exactly like the Super Bowl
it is
last year.
But it's every game, which is the problem. Right now, I don't see the Chiefs going anything over 500.
I don't see them making it out of the first round if they make the playoffs.
They got to make it first. And in the AFC, like just looking back at this, in the AFC, Bills will make it. Chargers will make it. Titans are going to make it. Bengals are going to make it.
I think they can get a 7 seed.
But then you got to look at the rest of these.
I mean, it's just the Steelers and like
Patriots could find a way to sneak in. Raiders, completely forgot about the Raiders. They're probably going to get in. I think the Raiders will beat the Chiefs. That's 6 teams. Patriots are kind of iffy. I think Patriots beat Chiefs if they ended up playing them though. But it's just a really tough thing to think about. Cleveland will probably sneak in when they're healthy too. Like we got to be honest with that. Colts, if the Colts beat the Titans this week, Colts have a chance.
The Raiders got to play.
The Raiders have to play the Chiefs twice.
Yeah. I feel like the Chiefs will win at least one.
I would be confident in that
Chiefs
any other
bad.
year. Any other year, I would say that. Raiders usually split with the Chiefs. And now with this Chiefs team being as bad as it looks, and Gruden...
I don't think they're that bad. Like, they're not good like they have been, but they're not trash.
They don't look any better than Denver.
Yes, they do.
They have the same record.
Not good. Well, the same record, but
Denver has arguably...
Denver also beat 3 trash teams.
Correct. The Chiefs beat the Browns in a game they should have lost. Broncos beat the Browns in a game. Broncos lost to the Browns in a game they should have won. Right? Both close games. Chiefs have a win against Philly. I think Denver would beat Philly.
I hope.
And who's the Chiefs' other win? It's in the back of my mind and I lost it. But
we'll find out. Maybe Chargers?
No, they lost to the Chargers.
They did, yeah. Close game.
All right. Next pick we have, while he's Googling this, Washington at Denver. I'm going to take Denver. Washington, Green Bay's defense is not elite without Jair Alexander. And I believe Eric Stokes didn't play either the last game, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or was it Kevin King? I'm not sure.
They didn't have Kevin King.
Kevin
King is trash. I hate him. Sorry.
He would have made y'all would have made the Super Bowl without him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take Denver. Denver it'll be a close game, probably 3.
They lost to the Ravens by 1.
Yeah. I knew that, but
all the games they lost to the Bills.
Yeah, they did lose to the Bills.
They beat Washington.
That's the other one.
Yeah. The Eagles.
And it was a close first half. Next game, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay's defense doesn't look great. I trusted Jameis Winston to beat the Seahawks. I don't trust Jameis Winston to beat the Buccaneers.
That might have been the ugliest game I've ever seen.
It was pretty bad.
The Saints versus Seahawks.
It was pretty bad.
Terrible.
I'm going to take Tampa. Tampa will probably come in at like I don't know the line, maybe an 8-point favorite, I would say. Maybe 7. And I would assume Tampa would win this game, go to 7-1. What are you going to take? Tampa. Game after this
Tom Brady, he just threw a 600 career passing touchdown.
Yeah.
So, and he leads the league in passing yards.
Yeah, he does.
I'm just saying. He's like an MVP race and he's like 40. So
That's true. That's true.
I'm not going against Tampa. I'm not.
Next game, Dallas at Minnesota, 8:20, big game of the night.
It could be a close game, but I'm taking Dallas.
I'm going to take Dallas. Dalvin Cook has not looked like the Dalvin Cook everybody used to remember. So I'm going to end up taking Dallas. Earlier in the year, we both thought Dallas would win the division. Looks like that's going to be correct. And then Monday night, Chiefs-Giants. I already said I'm going to take Chiefs, but it's probably going to be a close game.
I'm taking Chiefs, too.
Just because. Yeah, I agree.
If there's a game to figure it out, I mean, they need to do it soon, so I just don't know. I can see the Giants pulling it off because they just beat the Panthers by like 20-something, so.
Yeah, it's true. All right, that's our NFL Week 8 game picks. Now, we're going to hop into the NBA. We have more to talk about this week because games finally started. We're going to go with our Week 1 recap. Mason's going to say something about the NBA. I'm going to say something, and we're going to just go down the list. And we're going to have differing things here. We didn't want to keep it the same. I mean, we could both say the Warriors are amazing, which is true, but we both can't say that.
I have like 5 hot takes, or not really hot takes, just takes over the last week.
Yeah.
The Warriors, I put them as my 2 seed. And right now, it don't look that bad of a decision.
No,
so,
it doesn't.
I mean, but there's a lot, like 80 games left, so 79.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the Warriors. I feel like they look good. They beat 2 quality teams.
They have, yeah.
And even though they don't have Kawhi, it's still Paul George and the Clippers. Yeah. The Bulls 4-0.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bulls
I kind of expected after the preseason. They're my 2 seed too in the East.
Yeah.
Might come out with a 1 seed.
Yep.
Brooklyn can't win without a point guard. It's looking like it.
I agree.
I mean, KD, he's still doing it, but Brooklyn, they look like they're kind of struggling. And I saw this thing. James Harden's stat lines are lower. He's just not getting his. They look the same. It's just he's not getting his 17 points off free throws anymore with the new rule.
Great
They
rule.
can't jump into
amazing rule
can't
change.
jump into that. So.
That was ruining basketball. Just being able to draw a foul whenever
So Harden,
you want.
he's not that OP anymore. I mean, yeah, he's still
good.
Dribble,
He's still a top 75 player ever.
But
yeah,
he just can't be getting those 20 points off free throws anymore, which I love that decision.
Yeah, I agree.
Minnesota, they're like a 5 seed right now. I know it's like 3 games in, but they don't look bad. They don't look great, but they look like they could put it together finally.
Mm-hmm.
The Cat looks like he actually is happy. If he can stay healthy and D'Lo can stay healthy, they'll be fine. And he's looking good. Mm-hmm. And the Celtics, they had a slow start, but they're picking it back up. So because they were a 14 seed before yesterday, so they beat the Hornets, who don't look bad either. The Hornets actually look good. LaMelo's playing great. Who else is on that team that's playing good?
Schroeder. Oh, you're talking about
the Hornets.
Oubre is doing okay. Gordon Hayward's doing
Gordon Hayward's not doing as good as he was last year. It's
No.
kind of concerning.
Yeah.
But
all right, those are Mason's sort of opinions for week 1. I'm gonna go with mine. The Ball brothers look great, but LaMelo's potential is through the roof. Lonzo got a triple-double last week. He's a great fit in Chicago with that team because Levine is pretty ball dominant. DeRozan's pretty good when he gets the ball. Vucevic is a top 3 center in the NBA. Caruso's pretty solid off the bench.
he's a pretty good 6-man.
Yeah, but I don't trust him enough to start. And then, I mean, Alonzo is kind of the key piece to that team.
Wait, does Lonzo start at the 1?
Yeah.
Where does Kobe White play?
I don't even know if Kobe White starts. Lonzo has started the 1. I don't think Lonzo plays 2.
I don't think Kobe White plays the 2 either. Zach LaVine or DeRozan does. Oh my God! Think about that.
No, it's Lonzo, LaVine, DeRozan, whoever the 4 is, and Vooch. Is the 4 Patrick Williams?
If he starts now.
Yeah.
Or Daniel Tice.
My second pick, or second thought from the week, Kevin Durant's still Kevin Durant. He's still putting up his stats. But this goes back all the way over his career. He needs a point guard to win games. Not Kyrie. Brooklyn looks great. I mean, he's always had a good point guard. And I don't really view James Harden as a point guard. I view Harden as a 2 guard who has the versatility to play the 1, but is much more effective as a 2. I mean, Harden's best season came with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to look at it like that. My third pick, Steph can run a team on his own, I believe, with pieces. But an improved Andrew Wiggins and a healthy Klay Thompson might end up getting them the 1 seed again. I honestly, Steph is amazing.
Klay should be back soon.
Klay will be back soon enough. I see him posting stuff on his Instagram, him in like a canoe or kayak or whatever. He's pretty funny. Wiggins looks really good. 4th thing I noticed from the week, Ja Morant is incredible. Yeah. The league is in amazing hands when it comes to the young point guard position. Or point guard position in general with the young guys. Luka, LaMelo, Lonzo, Ja. Donovan Mitchell kind of plays the 1 sometimes. I mean, John Morant put up a 40-piece against Russell Westbrook. So
Colin Sexton don't look bad either.
Colin Sexton doesn't look terrible. Jalen Suggs is young still. He might be okay. Darius Garland is good. It's a good team.
You might want to talk about Jalen Green. He is dirty.
Jalen Green, man. Jalen Green. 30-piece, 8 3-pointers, and a massive dunk. I'm positive he's going to end up winning Rookie of the Year if he doesn't get hurt.
That was our pick.
It was our pick, and I'm confident in that pick.
That's nasty, bro. 30-piece?
My
and
fifth,
it's, 3rd game?
Yeah. My 5th thing I realized, Jonas Valanciunas is criminally underrated. I just want to read you his last 3 stat lines from the games this season. 22 points, 23 boards, 3 assists, 2 blocks. 20 points, 17 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals from the center, 1 block. 18 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, and 1 block.
That's top 5
Those are top 5 center numbers, and it is Jonas Valanciunas.
And he does his job.
And he is in New Orleans. Now, when Zion comes back, he'll probably take away from the numbers. Zion needs to figure out what he's doing. He needs to find a healthy weight to play at. Because, I mean, with his vertical and stuff, he can't play at 310 like he came in at this offseason and land on his foot and hope he stays healthy. He can't
might
do
break
that.
his shoe again.
All right, we're going to try something new here. One NBA hot take. If there's a sound of, like, drum rolls or a bomb or something, I'm playing it now. Hopefully I can find something. My one NBA hot take for this season.
I don't even know what my hot take is.
This season. Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball averages 33. Yep, I'm going hot.
33 points?
It's got to be hot. It's got to be hot. LaMelo, as a, 20, averages 33, 4, and 10. And doesn't even win the MVP because Luka's going to still win it with a triple-double.
33 points.
It's got to be hot.
LaMelo.
It's got to be a hot take. It doesn't have to be right. It's got to be hot. Sizzling. Like fire. Hot.
I didn't know you were doing a hot take. I'm lost.
Exactly. It's got to come up quick. You got to think about it. That's why I came up with mine quickly.
LaMelo Ball drops 33 a night. That's some impressive stats by a second year.
Very, very.
Shoot. Oof.
Tough one, huh? Think about it. Think about the options you have.
We could just cut to win. I'll figure it out.
Oh, you got to get it.
I know, but we're just sitting here while they're waiting, so...
Okay, Mason will give you his hot take next week. When
No,
he has time to
I'll
think
do
about
it now. We could just cut to it whenever we're done.
I don't really know how to do that. Kind of young and experienced with the camera and stuff. So, Top Hero.
Oh, yeah. Tyler Hero.
I remember we were talking about this, Top Hero.
Yeah, I was talking about how he's like might average 27. He's averaging 27 right now, so he could average 30. I can see it. That's my hot take. He's gonna win most improved.
It's fair.
So
Right.
That'd be nice.
World Series. We're recording this Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon. It might get uploaded today. Most likely it'll be uploaded Wednesday.
And it's the World Series Game 1.
World Series
tonight,
Game 1
Tuesday
tonight.
night.
World Series. We're giving our predictions on our World Series MVP prediction. Mason, what do you have in the World Series?
Houston is 6.
And your MVP?
Jordan Alvarez. Have y'all seen? I don't know if y'all keep up with baseball, but the way he's hitting this playoffs is insane.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I can't remember how many RBIs he's hit in, but it's like a record.
He's insane. He is incredible.
The easy pick, you can say Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, Alex Bregman, but the way Jordan has been playing,
Yeah, I agree.
he's probably the MVP right now. If they had an MVP before the World Series, he would be the playoff MVP. So,
Yeah.
I got Houston 6.
I'm going to take Houston in 7. And I'm going to take my World Series MVP, Kyle Tucker. He's been clutch for Houston. Clutch home runs when he needs them. Clutch RBIs when they need them.
He does not look like he can do it, but he can.
Yeah, Kyle Tucker, left-handed swing, no batting gloves. He gets after it. If Atlanta ends up winning, I'm going to take Charlie Morton as the World Series MVP. Because if Atlanta's got to win, it's got to be behind their pitching. And Charlie Morton is going to throw game 1, 4, and if it goes to 7, he's going to throw 7. And they have to win those 3 games. And if Morton throws all those games, I assume they're going to win.
Yeah, if say the Braves win it, I'm going with Austin Riley as my MVP because he's clutch. He's clutch. Let's just say that he's clutch.
All right, here. This is from our Instagram poll we posted. College football playoff predictions.
This might have been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, it was tough for me too to think about it because there are a lot of teams,
That
specifically in the Big Ten East, I believe. You got Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State. Is Penn State in that?
Yeah.
Penn State.
That's 4 top 20
Yeah.
teams.
And Iowa
3
on the
top
other
10s.
side. Iowa on the other side. Is Iowa top 10 still? I think they're like
They're
9.
9.
Yeah. So for one of those teams to get in, they got to run the table. They can't just split those games and they get in. Yeah. Iowa could run the table and get in, but Iowa doesn't play any quality teams anymore this season.
Yeah, but they'll play in the Big Ten championship. So this is my prediction. You can easily say Ohio State, Michigan, but they all got to play each other. So this is my prediction. Ohio State has to play Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State. I think they're going to win all 3 games and lose in the Big Ten championship to Iowa. So Iowa gets in. Georgia's going to get in. Cincinnati's going to get in. I think Georgia's going to beat Alabama. So Georgia's my 1. Cincinnati's my 2. And this is where, because if Ohio State beats Michigan and Michigan State, they can't get in. Ohio State loses to Iowa, Ohio State can't get in. So that leaves Oregon. And they just got Thibodeau back. I think Oregon's going to get in at 3. That's because they're higher than Iowa. So this is it's kind of bold, but I got reasons. So
all right.
It's Georgia, Cincinnati, Oregon, and Iowa. And Georgia plays Iowa in the first round. I think Georgia will beat them 34-24. That's my prediction. Cincinnati will beat Oregon 24-13. And the final will be Georgia wins the national championship 31-17.
That's solid. I like that. I want a little bit more. I was trying to think based on how the committee usually picks these teams. My 1 seed, I have Alabama. I think they're going to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. And when I look at it, Alabama's going to have quality wins. Cincinnati's not going to have any quality wins other than Notre Dame. And the committee, in no world can I see the committee putting a group of 5 team. Is that what it's called? Something like that. No, they're not power. Group of 5 team as the 1 seed.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get the 1 seed either.
But if Alabama beats Georgia, they're going to jump from 4 to 1. They're going to get in. My 2, I think Ohio State will run the table. So I have Ohio State at the 2. And the reasoning behind that, C.J. Stroud's figuring it out. And Ohio State is young, which is good. It could bite them in the butt when it comes later in the season with big games, not having much experience. But if you're a true freshman at Ohio State, I don't think that matters. If you're playing as a true freshman and starting, you're the real deal. You're the real deal. So I have Ohio State at 2. I have Cincinnati at the 3. And my 4, I'm going to have Georgia. I don't think Georgia is going to lose till they play Alabama, and I don't see Alabama smoking them. I think it's going to be a close game, probably anywhere between 3 to 6 points.
Yeah, and if Alabama gets in with 1 loss, I think Georgia should be able to.
They will.
So it's kind of unfair if Georgia wins their whole year and then loses in the
I think whoever wins Alabama, and Georgia, I'm confident is going to be the number 1 seed. Number 1 seed team in the playoff. So I have Alabama beating Georgia again, 24-21, simply because I don't know who's going to play quarterback for Georgia. I don't know if it's going to be Stetson Bennett or JT Daniels. If it's JT Daniels, I think they can win, but Daniels hasn't played enough this year. Like he might be rusty. And Stetson Bennett's like 5'4". There's no way you can see behind that O-line.
He's been doing it.
They haven't been playing quality teams really though.
Dude, they've been blowing out teams. It don't matter if they're not quality, he's blowing them out.
I know, but still, Georgia doesn't have a tough game until they play Alabama again. That's tough.
No, but I still think they're gonna win. That's why I'm gonna win.
And my 2 is hard. The second game was harder to pick. I have Ohio State beating Cincinnati 28-17. Battle of the Ohio boys there. But it's great to see Cincinnati get in. It's great for the team, for the league, college football in general, that a group of 5 team gets in before all the changes. Before Cincinnati gets added
for their college.
Before Cincinnati gets added to the Big 12.
They're going into the Big 12.
Yeah. Before Texas and Oklahoma join the SEC. That's great for them. But national championship game, I have Ohio State beating Alabama in a rematch from last year, 34-21. I think C.J. Stroud got a lot of hate earlier in the year. I think he's going to figure it out. I think he's going to put it together. He's going to have a dominant performance. And the defense is going to...
was my Heisman pick.
Defense is going to pick off Bryce Young twice. 1-2. 1-2. 2 times. And they're going to end up getting a win and bringing the national championship back to Columbus.
I like it.
That's basically what we have for this episode. If anybody... Like I said, if you have something you want to say for us to speak about, leave it in the comments below this video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. We're really putting ourselves into this, trying to figure out, how to start editing, making our videos a bit more high quality. We really just want to put out a good product for you guys since y'all are putting in y'all's time to listen. We want to make this as good as we possibly can for y'all. We appreciate and we thank everybody that's watching this video. And we'll see y'all again next week.
And one more thing.
One more thing. Got it.
make sure to just leave some feedback in the comment section.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And make sure go follow Payton Tough Talks podcast.
Yeah,
we're all trying to do the same thing. We'll
probably end up uploading with Payton and whoever's on his podcast with him.
We're gonna try to do it every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday,
for sure.
Every Tuesday for sure. If we have something to talk about, we'll jump in quick. Maybe put a 15-20 minute video together for you guys. Leave whatever, like you said, leave whatever feedback you want. We'll take any criticism. We'll take any compliment. Whatever you guys think will help this video and this channel in general grow and become better. We're all in. We're dedicated to this. We talk about this every day. We work on this probably when we shouldn't be working on this in class. Sorry, Mom. But yeah, this is super dope. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.
Get an amen. Introverted can't make friends. Pray for better days. Now it's 300K when my day ends. Do you remember last night? Cause I blacked out in that all white dress with a back out. Said